You're watching Jakarta Movers and Shakers. Indonesia's headline inflation rate has slowed in October, with prices dropping compared to the previous month of September as volatile food prices successfully dropped following serious government efforts to ensure food supply and stabilize prices. On Tuesday, the Indonesian Statistics Bureau announced that Indonesia's annual consumer inflation rate slowed to 5.71%. This was lower than inflation in September, which came in at 5.95%. On a monthly basis, Indonesia also experienced deflation of 0.11%. This was a major improvement from the 1.17% monthly inflation in September. The price of automotive fuel, household fuels, and public transportation continued to rise last month, following the hike in subsidized fuel prices in September. However, volatile food prices dropped in October, slowing to 7.04% compared to the 8.69% rise in September, as the prices of chili, chicken eggs, and chicken meat all fell last month.
Jadi komoditas deflasi secara month-to-month ini adalah untuk komoditas utamanya cabai merah, telur ayam ras, daging ayam ras, cabai rawit, minyak goreng, tomat, dan bawang merah. Jadi inflasi terdalam pada kelompok makanan, minuman, dan tembakau ini terjadi sebesar 0,97% dengan andil deflasi sebesar 0,25%.
So Indonesia's headline inflation rate slowed in October, slower than market expectations, marking a good sign for Indonesia's economic resilience amid many global headwinds. The question is, will Indonesia be able to maintain low inflation in the months to come? Metro Globe's Sofi Al-Mahmud discussed further with macroeconomist from University of Indonesia, Teguh Rifki.
Indonesia saw deflation on a monthly basis, while annual inflation also slowed in October. Was this a good result and better than expected, Mas Rifki?
Okay, first of all, we have to see on the components of what drove the deflation in the last month inflation figure. So first, it was mainly driven by a significant decline in food prices, and this is thanks to the increasing food stock amid the harvest season and effective market operation. So this is actually a good sign in the way that we have more stock of food, and also looking at other component of inflation such as core inflation that that serve as a proxy of the purchasing power, it's still rising. So that means we are still seeing rising purchasing power of the population, but also the deflation is benefited the consumer in general, because it was driven of more food stock in the market.
The Indonesian government has been focusing on keeping food commodity prices low. Has the government been successful in doing this?
So far, yes. I mean, we have been seeing the increase in food stock. Besides the harvest season, it also because effective market operation conducted by the government on the national level and the subnational level. And I think this is important for the government to focus on the food prices, because it affects all types of population, from the richest to the poorest population. So I think amidst the rising tension of inflation, at least currently and in the near future, maintaining food price signals that the government is focusing on the right component of the basket of goods.
Inflation did slow in October. Do you think this is a trend that will last?
I don't think so, because going forward, we still haven't seen the full forces of the increase in full prices, and in the meantime, I think for the next couple of months, we're still going to see some effects of those fuel price hike, or what's so called as the second round effect. So I think the persisting and lingering effect of those pressure will put our inflation on quite high level. But I think that there will be more stabilized in the next couple of months, and it will take some time to actually seeing inflation figure going into Bank Indonesia's target of 4% or below.
So, Mas Rifki, what's your projection for inflation in November?
Okay, I think inflation in November will still be rising because we will see more the effect of the fuel price hike in November, and also it's in November we are approaching of the seasonality of end of year, in which the consumer usually spends more on the in welcoming the holiday season. So I think the inflationary pressure will pick up in November and December, and I think we will see some inflation figure that reach 5.9 or even 6% in November. But I think it's still within the manageable range of inflation compared to what we are seeing in domestic and also on the international level.
What external factors could influence prices in Indonesia, Mas Rifki? Is a stronger dollar worrying for Indonesian imports?
Yes, it is quite worrying actually because going forward, we are still seeing the aggressive monetary stance not only by Bank of Indonesia but also by other major central banks, in which when they are being more aggressive, no matter what Bank Indonesia is going to do, it's still going to have some force on the depreciation rate of rupiah, and that will make the import of to Indonesia will be relatively more expensive, and this will be translated into the production costs, because if we are seeing the profile of or the structure of our import, 90% is directly linked to the production activity, because 90% of our import consists of raw material and capital goods. So they will put some pressure on the cost of production, and sooner or later the producer will pass through this price hike to the consumer. So I think if we are not gonna see a contained depreciation rate, and it will be translated into more pressure towards domestic inflation down the road.